Hey everybody, it's your girl Tanya with Books and Brown Liquor. Thank you for tuning in. This video is my book review for Near the Bone by Christina Henry. Now I know she's written a lot of other stuff, but this is my first book by this author and I enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I feel like what makes this book good for me is the stakes are high from beginning to end. I enjoy books with strong characters. They're put in like these difficult situations. And this one definitely, it delivered for me. So it is about a character named Mattie. She lives in a cabin, an isolated cabin on a mountain. And I think it's, actually, I'm not sure what state. I don't think I got that far. But anyway, this is not the first book I've read about people being on a cabin, isolated, away from civilization. But her being isolated is not a coincidence as you read on. So basically, she lives with her husband, William. William is a monster. William is abusive in every sense of the word. He treats this woman horrible, okay? And what happens is, they've been living this peaceful, little house on the prairie lifestyle. She even dresses like Laura Ingalls. Like she makes her own clothes. Like she's not even allowed to leave the house. She's not allowed to read. He basically treats her like his property. So as if that isn't bad enough, because William is already a monster. His brother, I'm just kidding, it's not his brother. But there is a creature in the woods surrounding their cabin. It's big. They know this because of the tracks in the snow. These tracks are way bigger than any bear, okay? And it's eating up all the animals in the woods. And it leaves the carcasses around. And it's very intelligent. It doesn't act like a bear. It doesn't act like a normal animal. This animal is very intelligent. It howls at night. It's very loud. And it kind of lets them know, yeah, I'm out here. You know what I mean? So it's very intelligent. That's what makes it scary, okay? Because it has intellect. It has, it's cognitive. Anyway. So, Mattie comes to the realization that she's tired of being treated like garbage, right? So there are certain events that I'm not going to get into that, but there are certain events that take place where she comes to the realization that she cannot live with William anymore. She decides that she's had enough of being treated like garbage and property. She's tired of being beaten, okay? So she basically leaves one monster, but the only way back to civilization is to go through the woods to the bottom of the mountain, back to civilization. So she basically has to leave behind one monster and kind of deal with another one out there. In my opinion, the animal is eating, it's protecting itself. In my opinion, William is the monster. Because the animal is just trying to eat and live like us. The animal, anyway, like I said, it's highly intelligent. So it doesn't behave like another normal animal. That's what makes it scary. Because it's super intelligent and it has a way of, even though it's a very large creature, it has a way of making itself unseen if it doesn't want you to see it. So it can like sneak up on you. So I was like, it was creepy. What made this book good for me was, number one, the characters. The characters are very believable. They are, from the beginning of the book, you're invested. You're invested because Mattie went through so much, to leave one monster and have to face another one, despite everything she goes through. Like, you want her to be okay. You connect with her character. You sympathize with her character. She's been through so much. She's beaten the will out of this woman. And despite all that, she still has that human spirit for survival inside of her deep down, and she tunes into it. And so I think that was pretty amazing as far as her character. Despite everything she went through, she had to be very brave, because it takes a brave mofo to go out in the woods and knowing that there's something out there, you're like, I gotta do what I gotta do. So that was dope. Number two, I did enjoy the writing. Like I said, the stakes were high from beginning to end. You're fighting this monster, then you gotta fight that monster. I thought that was good. The writing was good. The atmosphere was very creepy. Being out in the woods during the day and at night. These woods are scary because everywhere you go, you're finding. And the way this creature the way he treats the animals that he kills. He's very, well, I say he, I don't know, it is very, what's the word? Like, it's very detailed with the way it handles the creatures that it kills. So that's kind of crazy. You know, when animals eat something, they eat it, then they leave bones around. But the meticulous way that this creature handles what it kills is like, that's kind of creepy. Because you know you're not just dealing with a typical animal, you're dealing with something that's really, really skilled. You're dealing with like a super predator. You're dealing with like a super predator. So anyway, the only issue I had with this, and this is a 5 stars for me, even though the only issue I had was, I would say the ending felt kind of abrupt. Because she went through all this stuff, and I would say the ending felt kind of abrupt to me. But despite all that, overall, I did enjoy this book. Excuse me. I think it was a really good book. So I recommend it. I liked it. If you've read it, share your thoughts. If you haven't, I say go for it. I think it's worth it. So anyway, thank you for watching. And as always, I wish you good reading. Bye.